Good evening and welcome to day 6 of the 47th edition of the Toronto International Film Festival. My name is Natalia Hunter-Young, and I program the African and Arab films here at Tiff, though they've let me out to program a French film. So I am really excited for you to see this film. We are here to watch the world premiere, first public screening of Cédric Ido's The Gravity, La Gravité. When a mysterious planetary event sends the skies red over Stains, France, it also upsets both the gravity and the fragile equilibrium of a Parisian suburb. A dexterous and captivating second feature, The Gravity takes an original sci-fi turn on cinéma de banlieue, bringing an otherworldly edge to storytelling in visual form. We would like to thank our lead and major sponsors, Bell, RBC, Bulgari, and Visa, for their continued support. Thank you to our major sponsors, the Government of Canada, the Government of Ontario, Telefilm Canada, and the City of Toronto for their continued support. This film is eligible for the Platform Prize for Best Film in the Platform Program, as well as the People's Choice Award. And you can vote for your favorite films at tiff.net/vote. We would like to thank Kinology for providing us with this film, and thank you to Unifrance for their generous support. Cédric Ido is a French Burkinabé actor, writer, and director. His many credits include the short film Swaga and the feature Chateau. The Gravity is his latest film. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Cédric Ido.
Hi. Thank you. Thank you so much for, I mean, it's very important for us to thank the festival for giving us the opportunity to bring you the film. And, you know, it means a lot to us. It's an honor. Thank you so much.
It's wonderful to have you here. You're welcome to say a little message before the screening starts.
Yeah, sure. I hope you guys will stay for the Q&A because we have some special guests that you probably want to hear. And I'm really excited to have your feedbacks. Like, really, okay. I hope you'll enjoy the film and then stay after the film for the Q&A.
Have a good screening.
Thank you so much.
Please join me in welcoming back to the stage director Cédric Ido.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you so much for staying for the Q&A. I have a few guests here. I'll ask them to come. Max Gomis, who plays Daniel in the film, is here. Can you join us? No, come on. Yeah. Olivier Rosenberg, who plays Jovic. And Emma Javot, the producer, is here with us.
Hi.
Bienvenue.
Merci.
Cédric, tell us about where you got the idea for this story. I know that Stains is where you come from.
Yes,
this is your
exactly.
neighborhood.
Yeah. The thing is, I've always wanted to tell stories about the Parisian suburbs because this is where I grew up, and I see this film as a testimony first, and especially for talented people I came across, you know, while being there, and I wanted to testify for them, like saying, because I've seen a lot of people with huge talent that would have never been recognized, you know, in a way, because they were evolving in a very the glass ceiling was too strong for them, and they were never be able to raise up, even though they had talent. So I wanted to tell a story but I needed to tell it my way, you know. And I'm very influenced by genre, you know, in films. And usually when you want to tell those something that's very personal, you tend to fall quickly into cliches and stuff because you don't find the right distance. And I thought that the best way for me, you know, to give my vision was to use all these influences that I had, you know, these Japanese films that I love to watch, and even on the process, I found out in a way that what I was seeing in those Japanese films was kind of close, you know, to what I was experiencing in my neighborhood, you know, the drug stuff and then the turf wars and all this stuff. So it made sense at that point. It made sense that I needed to use that to make it unique and to make it to tell the story my way, and that's it. You know.
Talk about your wonderful cast and how you found these fantastic gentlemen and the ones that were in the film.
Actually, Max is first thing I really needed the cast to be familiar with the Parisian suburbs, because you have codes and you know, in the vernacular. I needed that authenticity, and I needed to have the cast from there. And I actually saw Max a few years ago, like not a few years ago, more than 10 years ago. I saw him in short films, and he was making short films. He was acting in short films with a small crew that they had, and I saw him, and I was stuck. I was like, okay, one day this guy, he's a star, so I need to have him in one film one day. So that was and I called him, you know, when I was preparing for the film, and I called him and we auditioned him, and it was perfect. I know, you know, so that's why he's here. Do you want to tell about the process?
And tell us about Olivier, and then we'll go to them, and they can tell
and
us about
Olivier
what
as well. And Olivier is actually, Emma told me about Olivier, and I saw him in series and stuff. So I know I follow his work, and I was I'm a big fan. I think he's the kind of actor who has both sides. Like, he can be totally really touching and fragile, and at the same time very funny. So it totally made sense to me, like it could be the perfect Jovic, because the character of Jovic is probably one of the most complicated as well, because he's actually the link between the two generations, you know, and he's like he's almost a bum, you know. So at the same time, and it's really hard, and you see how elegant he is in real life. So it's real composition.
I almost didn't recognize you.
Yeah, exactly. It's a real composition. So that's
Alors, Max and Olivier, tell us about what it was like to work on this project.
Max, you want to try your luck in English?
We have a wonderful interpreter here.
Speaking French for
Racontez-nous, s'il vous
everybody.
plaît, c'était comment de travailler sur ce film, comment vous avez préparé pour ce film.
Sur ce film, on a eu beaucoup de travail,
We did a lot of work for this film.
dans la mesure où dès que le tournage il a commencé, il a fallu que je fasse un travail physique avec un coach.
And once the filming began, of course, I started working with a coach physically to be ready.
Voilà, on a eu à peu près un mois de travail intensif, travail à la course, parce que j'avais du poids à perdre.
Well, I had some weight to lose, and we had only 1 month to be ready physically for this film.
Et après, derrière, au niveau du travail d'acting, on a fait des réunions avec Cédric et les autres comédiens.
And for the acting, we worked with this gentleman and the other comedians.
Et voilà. Hein. Voilà.
And there it is.
Alors pour moi, au début, quand je suis arrivé sur le film,
When I first started the movie,
les premières lectures en fait que j'ai faites avec les autres comédiens,
the first reading that I did with the other comedians, actually,
j'ai trouvé que Cédric c'était quelqu'un de très libre.
I found that Cédric was somebody very free-minded.
Et on pouvait essayer plein de choses, et on a trouvé beaucoup de choses. Et en gros, il voulait juste qu'on trouve de la disponibilité pour être le plus à l'écoute et faire ce qu'il voulait.
We just wanted to really hear what he wanted to do and just put it into action, actually.
C'est vraiment incroyable de pouvoir travailler dans des conditions comme ça avec quelqu'un qui a un regard si particulier, si singulier, et qui vous permet en fait d'aller le plus loin possible. Et c'est vrai que... Non, ok.
Actually, it's very liberating to work with someone who gives us the freedom to go forward, move forward.
Et c'est une expérience de travail qui était unique, effectivement.
That was a very unique working experience for this reason.
Et aussi singulier que le film est maintenant, parce que le film il ressemble à rien d'autre. Jamais vu un film comme ça.
That's why the film is so one of a kind and unique. I've never seen a movie like this in my life.
I'm happy.
And that's it.
Notre productrice, can you tell us about how you got involved on the project?
Est-ce que vous pouvez nous raconter comment vous avez vous impliqué sur ce film-là, s'il vous plaît?
J'ai eu la chance que donc Cédric vienne me proposer ce scénario.
Actually, I had the chance because Cédric actually proposed to be part of the screenplay.
J'ai été très très heureuse aussi de découvrir un projet aussi singulier.
I was really actually happy to discover a screenplay that was so unique.
Ce qui a été le plus compliqué pour nous, ça a été de trouver l'équilibre en fait entre le film social de banlieue et le film de genre. Ça, c'était des longues discussions pour nous.
Actually, it was a very the big debate. The big challenge for us was to find a balance between a movie that actually displays and tells the story of a banlieue, and to find the balance between the film of the genre.
Et ensuite, le plus compliqué, c'était de convaincre les financiers qu'on pouvait faire un film qui était à moitié un film de banlieue et à moitié un film de genre.
And actually, the biggest challenge after that was to convince the finance people to finance a movie that was half-half, meaning like the film of a banlieue and the film that's of the genre.
Mais c'était absolument génial de découvrir des nouveaux talents avec Cédric et de travailler justement dans cette liberté-là et cette originalité-là.
But it was great and so unique to work with Cédric to discover new talents and work on it together in this liberty.
Are there questions in the audience? Way at the back, go ahead. How long did it take to film the fight scene?
Ça vous a pris combien de temps pour filmer le scène de bataille?
Yeah, we had 4 days for the entire. I mean, 4.5 days for the entire underground scene, like.
Est-ce que ça inclut la chorégraphie pour tout ça?
Yes, of course. Like everything that takes place in the basement was shot in 4.5 days. Yeah.
Tout est inclus dans le basement. C'est filmé pendant 4 et demi jours.
Okay.
More questions? Down here, go ahead. Can you talk about the planetary alignment in the film?
Ça vous a inspiré tout le signe astrologique et comment vous avez traduit tout ça dans votre film?
Yeah. As I said, I use it for several reasons. You know, the first one was to find the metaphor to the glass ceiling. And I thought that, this planet and the fact that having these characters stalled to the ground and like attracted by an invisible force, was the was actually the best way the best allegory to the glass ceiling, and also to me the planet alignment is also a representation of opportunity, like it's a I think they understand. But it's pretty. It's pretty common. Everybody say like, let's when we seize that opportunity when the planets align. So I think it's pretty common to any culture, and I wanted to use that, in a way, and the main characters are not able to see that, but the youngest are able to see that and to seize that opportunity and say, okay, the planets align, we're going to seize that. Even if we have to sacrifice them, we're going to seize that opportunity. Because the film is about opportunity. The three characters have tremendous talents, but they've never been given any chance to express themselves, And so to me, talent needs opportunities, and this is, that's it.
Can you talk about that generational divide in the film, the younger crew and our older crew, and why that was important to show?
Yeah, it's the youngest generation see that in the film, actually see their brothers. They should look up to their brothers, like they should be some example for them, but it's not the case, actually, and they actually give their back to the brothers because they probably saw them. They probably saw their big brothers, the big sisters as well, even their parents being victimized by and being humiliated by the system, in a way, in the film by gravity. And I think they don't want to have the same experience, and they're totally aware of that, and they want to get rid. They don't want to be victims again, So they totally they refuse to look up to them, and they turn to something else, some sort of their own religious fundamentalism, So, and this is a sort of a way of escaping from them, and a way of seize that opportunity once again.
Thank you. In the back there, go ahead. What is going through Daniel's mind when he has escaped gravity?
Yeah. You want to answer that?
Qu'est-ce que
Max.
c'est une question à vous, monsieur. Qu'est-ce que vous pensez quand Daniel échappe la gravité, commence à courir? Qu'est-ce qu'il pense? Qu'est-ce que se passe dans sa tête?
You mean as an actor or as a...
Comme un acteur ou comme...
First, yeah. Okay, I'll answer after, yeah.
Ouais, du coup, c'est comme un acteur ou le personnage, qu'est-ce qu'il pense?
As an actor or as a character in the film? Les deux.
Bah, je vais commencer par répondre ce que je pense, ce que le personnage pense, ce que Daniel y pense.
At first, I'll respond as Daniel.
Comme vous l'avez vu, c'était une bataille acharnée, on s'est bagarré, donc du coup il a réussi à fuir.
As you have seen, it was a very heated up struggle, a real war.
Et du coup je pense que dans sa dernière course, ce qu'il a en tête c'est vraiment le sentiment de liberté. Il a réussi à fuir un peu toute la situation.
Actually, what he was thinking is to liberate himself of all the situation there and be free.
Ok. Et moi, ce que je pense
And I personally think.
Je pense aussi à peu près la même chose dans la mesure où il a énormément de pression tout au long du film.
And I think in the same vein that all throughout the film he had enormous pressure that was applied on him.
Et là, le fait de courir, il fuit tout au long du film. Et là, si vous voulez, le fait de courir, moi, je pense que voilà, c'est la fin, quoi. Il se libère vraiment de tout son fardeau, de tout ce qu'il a sur les épaules.
And the running and finally escaping in the end is to let go of all the burdens that was put on his shoulders, actually, to be free.
J'espère que j'ai répondu.
I hope that responds to your question.
The last part, he was responding as himself. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Welcome.
Merci beaucoup.
Okay.
Cédric,
Yes, and now. To me, I see Daniel is held by by 3 different gravities in the film. Like his girlfriend holds him back in a way. His brother holds him back, and his coach, like running for his coach and not running for himself. And I think he's actually running away from them. It's not. This is not correct. It's not running away. You know, there's it's also there's you know, there's in science there's the only way to escape gravity is speed. You know, and it's called escape. And I think it's in French. It's vitesse de délivrance. You know, and it's called escape velocity. I think it's escape velocity. And to me, he's getting free. That's why he's running. He actually, in the end, he finds a real reason why he's running all the time. You know, since his kid, and to me, he's totally liberated in the end. Like he gained real freedom at that time because he gets away from what's holding him back. You know. Probably, yes, sure. And that's totally random. It's funny, so, yeah.
Maybe one last question, way at the back, the hand. The soundtrack, can you talk about the soundtrack in the film?
Yes, I feel lucky to have this guy, you know. I've been, I usually write, to make it short, I usually write while listening to some film scores. And I was listening a lot of them, these 2 brothers, the Galperin's les frères Galperin, and we asked them when we were preparing the film. We asked them if they could be part of the film, and they read it and they loved it. So we were very lucky to have them, and you know because they actually told their story. I love when you know. Every element in the film tells its own story, and in the end, it comes together exactly. And so that's what happened. So you feel like, okay, that's telling something. It's completing actually what you're trying to say. Any totally makes sense to what it is to collaborate on the film, you know. And to me, they did a great job, you know. So.
Thank you so much, Cédric, Max,
Thank you.
Olivier. Merci
Thank you so much.
Please remember to vote for the film. You can do so at tiff.net/vote.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup.
So I will see.